Hey everybody, it's Heels and Spiels. Welcome to episode 3 with
Pahul
and Masab.
So we have a couple of segments in store for you later on, but before we get started, we do have a couple of reminders for you. The first one is that our open mic night is coming. It's going to be on Thursday, November 18th at 6 p.m. and it is completely virtual. So don't forget to tune in. The link will be in our link tree on our Instagram, so you can find it there. And of course, also don't forget to submit your submissions for a chance to win prizes. And those are due November 15th by 11:59. And remember, there is no theme. You can submit whatever you'd like. We can't wait to see what you guys come up with.
Yeah, we can't wait. And also, we have our magazine submissions open. The theme is Monday Magic, which is we reflect on the little things in life. And those submissions are going to be open till December 31st at midnight. So make sure to submit. You can submit a poetry, short story, digital drawing, portrait, anything at all you'd like to submit and feature on the magazine. So we can't wait to see those submissions as well.
Yeah, and I don't know if we mentioned, but both submission links are also in our link tree on Instagram. So head on over there to see everything. But okay, so moving on to our very first segment. It's going to be our Spotify segment.
Yeah, they're going to give you a dose of dopamine, so let's get into it.
Hi, I'm Yael.
Hi, I'm Anita.
And welcome back to the best segment on this podcast, which is where we tell you all the music that you guys need to be listening to right now.
Mm-hmm. Right now, actually, the weather has been pretty awful. I've been feeling really awful.
It's been raining. It's been windy.
Okay. The exact thing happened on Monday where, like, my umbrella, I was just walking with my umbrella trying to vibe, trying to get to work, as one does, and the wind bent the metal backwards towards my face. So I was just trying to walk with an umbrella that was, like, partly broken with, like, a weird ass handle, and it was just
That sounds awful.
it was awful.
For real, like, we just haven't been wanting to get out of bed. I pulled out my fuzzy blanket.
I brought out my winter blanket just for, like, this week.
Yeah, no, like, it's been terrible.
Yeah.
So we wanted to give you guys a little dose of dopamine, and so that's what the title of this week's playlist is.
Yeah, features more like upbeat songs,
a
very, very specific vibe to it, but definitely one that's like gets you out of bed even when you feel as if maybe you don't want to.
You know?
Yeah. So the first song that I put on this playlist was the song "Feel It Still" by Portugal the Man.
Ooh.
I feel like everyone knows this song because it's in
Definitely.
so many movies and TV shows. It's
YouTuber vlogs.
YouTuber vlogs
Yeah, like back in the day.
back in like 2010 maybe.
Oh my god, like 2014 Galaxy Print. No, but it's a really upbeat song, so it definitely works for that main character fantasy.
Like, it could have gotten to the point where it was overplayed, but I feel as if it's just that infectious of a song that it really can't get to that level. I hope not, but like, the entire song is just so peppy, so upbeat. It's definitely the first song that I think of if I'm trying to be all main character or walking down the street or like trying to get up in the morning and feel as if I'm about to do something productive.
Makes sense for those influencers.
Yeah, because they're so self-centered. They feel as if they're
Not us though.
Nope, not us.
We're just your cool everyday podcast hosts.
Absolutely, watching ourselves film an Aquarius sun and a Pisces sun. Nothing self-centered about us here.
But in another vein, you know, something that always kind of gets me out of bed in the morning is candy. I love my sugar rush.
Actually, you're not wrong. She was having so much candy right before she filmed.
I hope you know that I will go down to the vending machines in my lobby and I will buy a giant bag of Mike and Ike's every single day. But the title of this song is Sour Patch Kids by Bryce Vine.
What a great transition.
Thank you. I tried my best. But no, sugar gets me super hyped.
Yeah.
Like every other toddler on this planet.
That's true.
But Sour Patch Kids is just such a good throwback. It kind of reminds you of those days when you were a kid and running around kind of playing.
Yeah, I feel like candy in itself is just very reminiscent of childhood. Whether you have it every day or not, like, you just...
Can't wait for that discount Halloween candy.
Honestly,
right?
I saw, like, Spirit Halloween 2. All the costumes are 50% off after November 1st.
Oh, really?
Everything.
Oh, ooh. All right, I'll have to check that one out.
Speaking of childhood things, actually, the next song that I put on the playlist, it gives me very Disney, very animated, cartoonish vibes. I got it from TikTok. But TikTok has some good songs sometimes. Like, it does.
not the viral ones in my opinion, but I think there are a lot of underrated artists who get a lot of publicity on there.
That's true.
And like deserve the spotlight.
That's true. A lot of like artists go viral who actually deserve it. A lot of things go viral that don't. But people-wise, it's pretty good for that sometimes.
Debatable. But
Fair enough. But the song that I got from there is Nuestra Canción. It's by Monsieur Perrine and Vicente Garcia. It gives me such a clear picture of just a guy in a suit dancing down a street, coming home from a job that he actually loves, going home to like a stable income, and a family who loves him, like all things that just like only happen in Disney movies. Like you can't, in real life, I cannot relate.
And I also think it's one of those songs that I think your little cousin is gonna overplay and like sing at the top of their screechy
like Let It
lungs.
Go or something.
Oh my god.
Let It Go was everywhere for so long.
Into the Unknown just didn't have the same ring.
It really didn't. Like you can't really beat the original, especially when it comes to those kinds of songs.
Mm-hmm.
Like some songs, the original is too good.
The original is just the best. I don't know.
Exactly.
Sequels on top of that.
Same can be said about Kids Bop. I mean, think about it for a second.
You want to hear something messed up?
Yeah.
I grew up on Kids Bop.
You grew up on Kids Bop?
Picture this. Alright? My
Here we
mom's
go.
blue minivan playing a homemade, like, CD-ROM, like, mix of, like, Kids Bop covers and, like, interspersed with, like, the clean top 40, like...
The clean top 40.
Okay, it was mostly Kids Bop, but...
Uh-huh. Okay.
Yeah, that's what we played in my car for road trips up until, like, 7th, 8th grade.
8th. Are your innocent ears just now blown away by all this explicit music thrown at them?
Let's just say that my vocabulary has expanded quite a bit these days.
Since like high school or something?
Since high school.
Oh,
Oh, yeah,
course.
not these days, but...
It was always since high school. Everyone kind
It's
of went
always
through
high
something in
school.
high school. It really was.
Mm-hmm.
Or like 7th grade. But we don't talk about 7th grade. No, we don't.
Oh my god.
Okay, in 7th grade, I kind of had a phase where I was just like obsessed with fruits. You know how some people were like obsessed with cheese?
What?
I don't know, man. It was just the way that like, I don't really, except I hate apples.
That's fair. Apples are kind of boring,
They're kind of unnecessary.
but...
A fruit that is necessary.
You
You want to go into it?
The song Tangerine by Glass Animals. We're gonna go with that transition.
Yeah.
But it's also got another kind of dreamy vibe. If you guys know the band Glass Animals, which I think it's not really that underground anymore.
No, Heat Waves.
The song Heat Waves was super overplayed this summer. But it's really good. I mean, I don't know. I like Glass Animals. And like I said, their album Dreamland has this kind of psychedelic, vibey, sound to it. But Tangerine is pretty upbeat for that album. It's I don't know, it's just peppy. It's one of those songs where I'm like always kind of bopping to, and like if I'm waiting
Just kind of bopping, do a little dancey dance.
But like especially when I'm like walking to class on one of those dreary mornings, or like waiting for the blue line, especially like just kind of waiting for that like 10 minutes.
Takes so long sometimes.
It does, like those 10 minutes waiting for the bus or the train to come.
Yeah.
It's just so long. But Tangerine just I don't know, it just always wakes me up, I guess.
That's good. That's pretty much the vibe that we were going for like this entire playlist.
Yeah, anything to get you out of bed.
Yeah, especially now because like hopefully the weather gets better, but on the chance that it doesn't.
Chicago.
Yeah, seasonal depression doesn't really stop with the weather, so.
I think the point of seasonal depression is that it is changed by the weather.
Yeah, but it doesn't just go away like allergies, you know.
No, it's definitely. It's been a rough week, but
It really has.
The Chicago weather isn't gonna stop us from living our main character dreams.
The weather stops for no one, such as this podcast does not stop for anyone.
It really doesn't. We're gonna be coming to you every 2 weeks with more and more music.
Thank you for those awesome Spotify recommendations. We definitely got our dose of dopamine. So, moving on next, we're going to be we're going to do a little show review.
Mm-hmm.
And the show we're going to be doing is
You.
season 3 of You.
Uh-huh.
So, spoiler alert,
There's gonna just be a bunch of spoilers.
Yeah, there's gonna be a bunch of
So if you haven't
spoilers, so
seen
you
it-
might want to skip ahead. Don't end the podcast, you know.
Yeah.
But you guys can skip ahead a little bit, but yeah, we're gonna be discussing that. So, you want to start off personally? What did you think about?
I
season 3?
really liked it. It was kind of predictable. Okay, just kidding. It wasn't predictable, like the ending wasn't, but like I felt like I knew what was gonna happen. Because with the whole neighbor thing, right?
Yeah.
Like that was in the preview of like the last, like season 2 episode, whatever, the last one. He like, you knew he was gonna be infatuated by the neighbor now, which was like fine, but that only lasted for like an episode, so.
Yeah, I was pretty surprised actually. I was like, I did not expect them to like. Okay, it's kind of weird because like Joe and Love, like they don't want to be with each other, but they're like try, but at the same time it's like it's like they're going 2 different ways with like 2 different people. Cause Love is with the one dude.
That literal child.
Yeah, that little kid who's like way younger than her.
Okay, he's like 19. Yeah.
And he's like, it's so weird. He's
I
popping
know.
up in the show, and I'm like, dude, you're so like.
What's the purpose of you?
Yeah, like you're literally, he just pops up at the randomest times. But it's really funny how they interact.
Mhm.
And then like Joe's with that librarian girl. I
Yeah.
forgot her name. What's her name?
Oh gosh.
We forgot her name.
Anyways, her.
But yeah, her. You and her. Okay. But yeah, so I thought it was a pretty interesting thing, and I kind of like the plot with like the murder thing.
Yeah, so many
yeah.
people died. Like I think the most unexpected death for me was for that guy, cause like you know the one that she kills because of the measles.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So like I'm like, okay, I understand. I'm pro-vax, but like you know, but like everyone gets to have their opinion. You can't just go
For
killing
real.
them for that.
Yeah, she's like insane. I feel like she's numb to the thing. Like she just literally like kills.
She's like, I guess.
Yeah. I thought it was really funny. Oh my god, I don't know. Is this in PG-13? When they were like, when they invited the other two, the
yeah.
couple over.
Oh, that was so uncomfortable
And then
to watch.
she like Love basically exposed like downstairs like she killed what's her name?
Natalie?
Yeah, Natalie. She
Yeah.
killed Natalie basically, and they kind of heard it. So it was really funny when they like went up and they were like trying to like they basically tried to play it off, but it didn't work. They were like scared, and then they like locked him in a box. I thought that was so funny, and like Logan, that was my favorite. I love like the interactions they have like with that couple, because they're like they kept talking about like red flag, green flag, like all these relationship things, and I thought it was so funny. Like,
dude, my only thing was though that the fact that Love did all that, and like that girl didn't die, that mom influencer. Like that was okay. So I'm like obviously not for killing people, but I wanted her to die.
yeah, I look at it now.
Because I hated her so much from like the beginning. Because the funniest scene in the whole show was when she like goes out for lattes or whatever and runs into them,
Oh
and
my
they're all like,
God.
"Oh, the baby fat," and she was like, "Is everyone simultaneously calling me fat?"
Oh my god, that was like one of the funniest scenes. That was
because she's so blunt, like Love, that like it works so well for her character, which I really like. But I hate her name. I don't know why they had to
Love?
name her Love.
Yeah,
'Cause I
maybe
guess
it's like some type of like what's it called?
Like metaphor.
Yeah, for like she's not in love with Joe.
But like
Well, I
that's
think
so
she is.
literal.
Who do you think tries more? Do you think Joe maybe tries? I don't think Joe tries to be with Love more than Love tries to.
What
be
are you
with Joe.
talking about? The whole season was just him being like, I need to make this work for my
Yeah,
child.
exactly. That's what I'm. Like, okay, yeah, but I feel like Love maybe tried a little more with Joe, like in terms of like when they were like trying to spice it up.
Well, they would just kill somebody to spice it up.
I mean, yeah, but I still feel like Love didn't like. I don't know. I feel like Joe was like chasing after that librarian girl a lot.
That was just at
Compared
the
to
end
Love.
though. And then once he found out, he was like, okay, I hate Love because she's like a monster. Because she literally she killed Natalie out of
Yeah,
like
mostly.
impulsive things and stuff like. She even
But
smacked
that
that
was because of
19-year-old.
Joe. Wasn't that because of Joe?
Yeah.
I would smack that 19-year-old too. I don't understand. There's no
But
pride
she
in
did that. Like she smacked him.
Oh, look.
And she was like the one having an affair with him, so I'm like, literally, what the heck? And then they didn't even follow through on his whole thing. remember also the ending where like he like she poisons him.
God,
and
yeah.
then he has like the antidote or whatever. But no, like over there when the neighbor comes and he's like, where's my son, and he's like at the hospital, like he figures that out, and then we don't even see if he's alive still or not. Like no one cares about the 19-year-old, and then we just see freaking Joe in Paris.
Oh, for real? Oh my god, that ending was like fire. I thought he was like somewhere else. Like I thought he was somewhere in the country, but he was in Paris.
Yeah, I think he was in Paris because remember the librarian was like,
Yeah.
if I could go anywhere, I'd go to Paris with my
Yeah.
little girl.
So
So,
that
when
was
she
a-
got custody, oh yeah, and then she also he killed her. That was so intense too. I don't know how he gets away with so many things. Because I felt like he wouldn't have gotten away with that. It just could be like a robbery. Like that doesn't make sense. Oh, another thing that didn't make sense to me. Okay, so this person is rich. Okay, that librarian's like whatever. He's like an anchor on like a TV thing or
Yeah.
whatever. But he has like this really big house in California with a bunch of big windows, and you're literally just snooping around, and
For
nobody
real?
sees
Oh
you.
my god, for real.
That makes me so mad.
I was
when TV
thinking
shows
the
do
exact
that.
same thing. Like it is so obvious.
Like there's
feel
no
like-
security cameras, no security guards, nothing. First of all, how the hell did you get in? And second of all, like how did nobody notice you? And even when he like killed him, he just started walking away and the girl like walked out of the building and she's like, oh my god, like do you not see this whole man walking away from the body?
For real.
She was like calling 911 and I'm like, maybe look around you.
Yeah, like it was way too obvious. Like they try to. I guess it's a Netflix thing, so I guess it wasn't. They didn't like force it. It wasn't like a 10-star show, but I agree. That was like annoying to me.
Like I hate when like filmmakers do that because I'm like, okay, can you at least put a little bit more thought into
Yeah.
it? And like, cause like the hat would make him like practically invisible.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, he has a hat on, so no one can see this man.
Yeah. So what did you think about like the acting in the whole show? Like, who do you think acted like the best? They all acted great, but like, whose was more like believable? I guess.
Okay, well, Joe is great because like literally like so I watched Gossip Girl, okay, and he's like a main character on there, and like I loved him in that show. He was
Right.
he was like he was like one of the main characters. But I hate him so much on the show that even when I watch him in Gossip Girl reruns now, I'm like, I can't look at you the same.
Oh my god.
So like I would say him, but Love was so good too, cause like she doesn't like her face doesn't give off that vibe,
Mhm.
but once you get to know her personality, you're like, okay, I can see it now.
Yeah.
But it's like really good because like the whole like show is premised around like she looks so nice, she's so pretty, she's so like
her
this.
bakery cover up.
Yeah,
Literally.
yeah, literally. Like she's just this like cute chef,
Yeah.
but she's psychotic. So,
She's crazy.
what do you think?
Yeah, I think, oh my god, okay, the thing about the Gossip Girl thing, I feel like I was thinking that during the show, I was like, dude, like the real life character for Joe, he probably gets so much, like, they're probably looking at him weird and everything. He's probably like literally the front page cover of like what people would think is a stalker or someone, like, it must suck.
He does have a serial killer face though,
Yeah,
does he not?
for
Like
real.
you know, some people just have a serial killer
Definitely.
face.
He has like that weird like smirk and look or whatever. But yeah,
Yeah.
I think his acting was really good. Oh my god, and the dude from the couple, like the
Oh,
the
the-
couple,
the-
the dude
the
who was like the man dude who was like
Oh my god, the
he went
freaking
hunting.
episode where they go to the woods.
Yeah,
that
oh
was
my
crazy.
god, that was crazy. Like where he pushed him off and he was alive somehow.
Yeah, and he was like, oh
But yeah,
my god,
his
you
acting is
found
good
it.
too. It's like exaggerated, but it's like really funny. Like I think it's really funny.
Yeah, it was really funny when they hugged each other and they cried
Yeah,
for
he
so
seems
long.
like a Chad.
Yeah.
Like a more like manly, natural. I don't know.
Natural
Chad. I
from
don't
what
know.
angle?
Like
they
he's
were all
more
so
with
fake.
nature and stuff.
Oh, and the one part that pissed me off, like going back because now we're not talking about acting anymore. But when like Love makes like cupcakes to go to that party, people's
Mhm.
house for the party, and literally like the kids like take a cupcake and the momfluencer comes and she's like, no, my kids don't eat sugar, and she's like, oh, it's like free everything,
Mhm.
and she's like, no, they don't have fruits though, like that has sugar in it, and I'm
Yeah.
like,
Isn't it like a gluten-free town or something?
yeah,
Oh
well,
my God,
that's California.
Yeah,
It's like
basically.
everyone there is like gluten-free, vegan,
Yeah.
and everything.
But yeah, I would say. But yeah, what would you rate it basically? The whole like season 3 basically.
I think it was a solid 8 out of 10. I really enjoyed it, and like But the thing is, like, I feel like they're getting repetitive with it. Like, I feel like they will. Like, this one didn't feel as repetitive, because, like, circumstances were obviously very different.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, I feel like, I don't know how they will do the next season. Like, I don't like the way they ended it, where he was just like, I'm gonna go follow this girl to Paris. Like, that's kind of weird. But I think an 8 out of 10 does it justice.
Yeah, I would say, I was thinking an 8 out of 10 too, but just because I'll say, like, I'd give it an 8.5.
Oh, just a 1 up.
Yeah, like literally a half up. But that's just because I don't know, it was more of like as repetitive as it got, I thought it was like a little bit funnier. Well, actually, I shouldn't say that this one.
No, but not
But like,
that.
it was like the comedy, like
Yeah.
how like they made like the characters and like the foil characters. Like, it was really funny to like see the interactions they had. And I also feel, okay, one last thing. I also feel bad for like the Natalie's husband, who was like,
Oh, me too.
it's kind of sad that he never got to like, he had like a clue, but like everybody thought he was like,
Going crazy.
I mean, yeah, no one like really believed
Yeah,
him.
because they were like, just like, she left and like, he literally confessed. And stuff like that. But I felt bad for him at the end too. Like, especially when Joe went there with the measles and he helped him and everything. I was like, come on, how could, like, you buried his wife.
Right in front of him.
Yeah. But
Yeah. I don't know how they can look them in the eye and stuff. And,
Right.
they-
I wouldn't be able
Yeah,
to.
they're like.
I also would not kill anyone.
You never know, Pablo.
Shut up. Oh my god.
But yeah.
Anyway, so that was our segment. We
Yeah.
hope you enjoyed. But yeah, to close off today's podcast, those were the only 2 segments we had. We hope you enjoyed. A friendly reminder for the magazine submissions and the submissions for the open mic night, they're all on our link tree and our Instagram, so definitely check that out and submit your submissions.
Yep.
But thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. And if you guys want to contribute to the podcast and be part of our podcast committee, definitely DM us or let us know in the RSR group chat. And make sure to check out our link tree for all the forms and submission forms and everything you need regarding RSR. So
Yeah.
thank you for tuning in, episode 3, Heels and Spiels. We'll catch you on the next one.
Bye.